All right, guys, we are up. We're going. Man, thank you guys for coming on back to the channel. We're gonna let everybody start rolling up here in this camp, man, and get this thing going. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so we are definitely going to let everybody roll up in here. So you guys saw the title that Tank Davis. The question is, will Tank Davis join Broner and BLK Prime? That's the thing. It's kind of been put out there that he may be joining them. Don't know. Don't know. Um, but that's what I'm hearing. That's exactly what I'm hearing. So yeah. So like I said, we getting it all out here. We getting all out here. Let me get on out here. So a lot of people are speculating that after this fight, if he fights with Ryan Garcia, but that might be the holdup, is because I think Tank is really wanting to leave. I think he's really wanting to leave. So we're thinking that he might just roll out. Hold on, guys. Let me get all this up. Yeah, I'm letting everybody come on in here. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. Right there. Right there. All right. Now we got now we cooking. Let me get on back on my Twitter. Because there's some things I was looking up on Twitter. I was just trying to follow some stuff on Twitter with Tank now. Because like I said, Tank has been upset. And I do think Tank is going to be rolling on out real soon. So something we gotta know, man. That's something we gotta know. We gotta find that one out. We're just gonna let everybody start rolling up here in the camp. Let everybody come on in, guys. When you guys come in, please hit the like button for the rest of the crew, for all of us. You guys hit the like button and let it let the channel keep on going out. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yep. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So, like I said, we letting people roll on in here in the camp. So, all right, guys. Here we go. Here we go. So, like I was saying, Tank. So I'm hearing that Tank has been real disgusted with Floyd. He's been real upset with Floyd, right? And so I think one of the problems is he said he's a free agent. He said he's not with Floyd anymore. So I think what's going on behind closed doors, this BLK Prime is going to cause some serious fallout. It's going to cause some problems. One of the biggest problems that it's going to cause is that fighters are going to go after that money. There's no loyalty in the business with the fighters, and I'm not tripping on that. I'm not tripping that the fighters are not are jumping ship. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner, his career is really basically over. You know what I mean? I'm not wishing nothing bad on Broner. Broner should collect all the money he can. I'm okay with that. But the thing that it is that it's going to be a war going on between PBC, Prime, and all the rest of the companies, right? And so the question is, will Tank join in with it? Will these fighters be on the right side of history? That's the thing that we all got to think about. Which fighters are going to be on the right side of history is what I really want to know. Because these fighters out here, there we go. So these fighters out here, like I said, they're going after the bag. You can't blame them for going after the bag, but it's how you go after the bag. It's how you make your business partners and how you build these bridges as long as you're not burning bridges. Because see, Tank has a real problem on his hands. Because see, Floyd and them got some pull, and Tank is facing jail time. So do you really want to piss Floyd and them off when you know Floyd has a big name behind him and he's powerful and he can get you off of this case? He can help it out. You know, people are going to listen to Floyd. People are going to be a part of Floyd's stuff. You know, a lot of people are. A lot of people are. So, do you really want to piss Floyd off? You don't want to piss Floyd Mayweather off. No way in hell you want to piss Floyd Mayweather off. I wouldn't. If I was Tank Davis, I'd stay put. I stay put because this is another thing you got to think about. Floyd doesn't only give you a good promotional company, right? Now Floyd's a jerk. Floyd, let's be honest. Let's be honest about this. And I'm be honest with you guys. Floyd is a serious jerk. Every time Floyd goes in an interview, Floyd is always talking about his damn self. I get that. So Floyd, I'm not the biggest person with Floyd outside the ring as I am inside the ring. Floyd was a really good fighter inside the ring, but outside of the ring, man, I question that dude, man, because it seems like it's always about him. But with that being said, Floyd is a fighting genius. He is a masterful boxer, and he helps Tank out. The last fight, that fight when Tank was fighting, was it Mario Barrios, and he was behind on the scorecards. And what did Floyd say? Floyd said, "Hey, man, you behind on the scorecards. Step it up." Floyd still coaches Tank Davis outside the ring. So I don't really think that Tank Davis is really ready to go off by himself. I just don't. I don't think Floyd is. I don't think Tank is. And if he jumps ship and goes over there, it's going to be a bad situation. It's going to be a bad situation. If he leaves Floyd, Tank is going to jail. And I'm not saying Floyd is going to send Tank to jail, by no means. But Tank don't have what it takes to make it on his own, man. He just doesn't. Tank does okay interviews. Tank got a lot of bullshit going on outside the ring. He does, man. He out here, he got into it with the girl at the game, jerked her up at the game. That caught a charge off of that. Then he hit and run. It was a lady he hit, and he got out the car and left the lady in the car, and now she's suing him. And what she's asking for is she wanting that dude to get jail time, is what she's looking for. She's hoping that Tank gets jail time. And the problem is those people will give Tank jail time. But if Floyd steps in the same way as Puffy and all the rest of them, when you got people that makes hundreds of millions of dollars and what Floyd brings to the city, they're going to leave Tank out there. Now, can another promotional company pick up with Tank, one coach Tank, help Tank with all his bullshit antics? Can they help him with that? Can they help him with that? That's the question. And that's what Tank, I think in his head, he gets confused. And that's the same thing that Broner did. See, Broner got into a lot of bullshit all the time. And PBC took up for Broner. See, what Broner wasn't thinking was the things you got going on behind closed, the relationships that you have with powerful people behind closed doors, right? Think about this, man. And I want you guys to really think about this point right here. Floyd got in trouble and had to go do 90 days in jail. You guys remember that? When his baby mama, the one who passed away, right? You remember when he got in all that trouble and they sent Floyd to jail. They let Floyd out of jail early in Vegas. And you telling me Floyd don't have no pull? Floyd got a lot of damn pull, man. He's got a lot of pull. So you think Floyd went to jail and got out. So you don't think Floyd can't keep Tank Davis out of jail? Floyd can definitely keep Tank out of jail. So if Tank is thinking in his head, he may switch over to Blk Prime, because a lot of people are. And I'm hearing Blk Prime does have a little bit of money, because like everybody was saying on these other lives and stuff, is that they're getting funding from some unknown sources, so to speak. You know what I mean? So the money that they're getting in may not be all the way clean like we all suspecting. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's coming out there putting out that kind of money, they have they got some good, powerful people behind them, but that still doesn't mean that they're gonna make it, right? Because you got to think that, you remember when the Zone came into the game. The Zone came into the game with this, oh, we're gonna sell an app. We're gonna push this app, and on this app, we're gonna kill pay-per-view. And what happened? What happened? PBC, Top Rank, and Golden Boy put it on their ass, man. They put it on their ass. Where now, guess what? They're not making all the money that they could. And they've lost a lot of money paying for Canelo to fight bums, right? So they paying all this damn money for Canelo to fight bums. And so they losing money. They went from saying we got our money on the app, the Zone, said we're doing our fights on the app and you don't need pay-per-view. Now they damn doing pay-per-view. Now they teamed up with Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather is going to be on pay-per-view, the Zone. And they had billions of dollars behind them. Clint Eastwood, man, hey, appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Yeah, appreciate you rolling up in here. Let's see what you're talking about, man. Said Tank shouldn't trust Blk Prime yet anyway. Their financial backing comes from British money management company. I remember when Bud went to Saudi Arabia to talk to Canahan. That seems questionable. Hey, exactly. ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports. Hey, man, appreciate you rolling up in here. Yeah, man, Clint Eastwood. Yeah, you're right, man. And Floyd flew to Dubai to do that deal. And you remember, I don't know if you guys look at some of my other videos. I know some of the word is finally getting out through some of these algorithms, man. They can't hold your boy down too much longer, man. They will hear about me at the top. We got one of the hardest channels out there, and we're going to go to the top. So fuck them other dudes. Like I'm saying is, on the previous video, I said that Floyd went over there I mean, not Floyd, that Bud went over to Saudi Arabia, signed with Canahan, and that could be the problem why he's not agreeing to PBC. Because think about it like this. Let's say you go do a deal with a mob boss, right? Canahan is not the only person in that organization. He may be running from the law, but guess what? Most mob people are. They doing shady businesses, right? So if you enter a deal with them, how the hell are you going to go around them? They're going to want their damn money, right? They're going to say, well, guess what? You did this deal. You still going to owe us because we had a verbal. We don't know what Bud and them talked about. We don't know. Nobody knows, but we know we know Bud has been bullshitting about the fight ever since. Then all of a sudden, BLK comes up. And nobody is truthful with the shit. Nobody's truthful. It's a lot of underhanded shit going on. It's a lot of talks and stuff. And they talking about this last minute. This shit did not happen last minute, man. Man, shots fired. This shit didn't happen last minute. It didn't happen last minute. They playing games with all of us, and they playing us because they think we don't know. See, what a lot of people don't understand, there's a lot goes on behind closed doors, right? It's a lot of things that people don't talk about in the YouTube arena, because it's a lot. The same way I told you guys a few minutes ago, I said, guess what? Floyd, Tank don't want to leave Floyd because Floyd makes pulls. You got Floyd Mayweather. You have Al Heyman. Al Heyman has made a lot of people a lot of money through the music industry. So he has a lot of good ties. A lot of these dudes got a lot of good ties, right? So you want to team up with them. So Blk Prime, wherever they get their money from, like Clint Eastwood said, that's what I heard, that they're coming from a British, they're coming from overseas some kind of way, right? I don't 100% know, so I didn't really throw it out there, but since you put it out there, we're going to talk about it, right? Yeah. So now you got these going out there. You got all these going out there now, and they trying to make these deals, right? So they putting it out there. So who knows? Who knows what's going on? They keeping it all quiet, right? They playing these damn games, right? And like I was saying, on the YouTube, you got a lot of YouTube channels and stuff. Some of the higher channels. I'm not gonna mention no names because like I said, they're not in it. There's only one name I mentioned is because he was in it. That was Blue, right? I'm not gonna mention on the other ones, right? People call and get in touch with them because they know that they're influencers. So they tell them little things. Sometimes they lie to them, right? They put shit out there because they know it's gonna go out there and it's gonna affect the masses, right? And Mama's boy, man, appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Didn't mean to not say something. Vinny Idol, appreciate you moving up in here. Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. When y'all come in, man, please hit the like button and let it grow, man. Because this channel gotta make it to the top, man. We all gotta stick together and make it up to the top on this. But anyway, like I said, it's a lot of shady shit going on, and a lot of channels ain't telling it. A lot of channels ain't putting it out there. And like I said, certain things, it's none of our business, but certain things are our business. When you're pushing false narratives and you knowingly pushing false narratives, that's where I have a problem with, right? So when you look at it from that aspect, do you think Blk Prime is going to fare well like with PBC, Top Rank, and DAZN? So do you think they're going to let this company step in and take over? Because one thing about it is they got to make good fights. You can only keep paying. I don't care how much money you got. You can't keep paying Bud for fighting all these damn tomato cans. You can't keep paying Bud for fighting all those tomato cans. You just can't do it, man. Yeah. ATL unanimous. Yeah, regardless. Whenever I want to see the fight and I'm disappointed, right? That's when we all get pissed off about it. But we have the right to, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's our hard-earned money that we buy pay-per-views with. It's our hard-earned money that we pay for internet. We pay for all this. None of this shit is free to us, right? But people are making money off of us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So they owe us a level of that, because let me tell you this, when a channel or a place is getting our views and our time to come in and be a part of it, right? When a channel is doing that, they making money. So they making money off of us, right? You know what I'm saying? They making money off of us. We all making money off each other, because I got a channel. Some of you guys got channels. Other people got channels, right? So everybody's out there and everybody's scrambling. Everybody's talking. We having fun with this thing, right? So it's a big ass circle. So when one lie is told and one false narrative, it keeps moving around. So they moving shady. It's got the whole game moving shady right now. Nobody know what's going on. PBC is quiet. Top Rank is kind of quiet about it. But you best believe it's going to be some consequences and repercussion. AAR, I don't know about him. I don't know if he does or not. I don't know if Tank does or not. Can't comment on it because I don't know. Yeah, Clint Eastwood, know they're going to get squeezed out. Of course they're going to get squeezed out. Think about it like this. If they come in and they get fighters like Bud, right? Bud is at the end of his damn career. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Bud is at the end of his career. He's 35 years old. Bud ain't gonna make it to 40. And if he does, he's gonna take some losses, even if he keep fighting damn tomato cans, correct? Bud is at the peak. He's at the peak. It doesn't really go too much further up with Bud. What has he got left? If he don't make the fight with Spence, he won't be fighting for undisputed anytime soon. Who'll he fight? If he don't fight Spence, he damn sure can't move up to fight Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo ain't going to fight him. PBC is not going to let that happen. If you shit on him on that, you're going to shit on him on something else. They're not even going to let that happen. They're not going to let that happen. So they got Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner career is on the downstroke. It's on the downstroke. He said, if it's for us, I'm all with BLK. If the best fighting the best, I'm with it 100%. Well, let me say this. My point is this. I don't have a problem with a fighter making money, for one. I don't have a problem with BLK, for two. The problem I have basically with it is I'm not pushing for them to succeed. I'm not saying that. I'm not supporting their bullshit. I'm not going to support them paying Bud fighting tomato cans, right? I don't owe no loyalty to PBC. We don't owe loyalty to Top Rank. We all want good fights, correct? What they could have done is they could have came in and made a partnership, like y'all said, with PBC. They could have done that. They didn't want to do that. Okay, cool. You go get Bud. That was Bud's decision to go over there. Bud, I don't know, for whatever reason, that dude ducked Spence, period. There's no way out of that. He ducked Spence, period. I don't care what they say. They can clean it up. They can put sugar on top. It's still bullshit. He ducked Spence. So they're going to give Bud $10 million is not getting the company off to a good start. Okay, let's see what it is. AAR said, breaking news, Top Rank Boxing has a free large boxing card on December 10th. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. I was gonna say that in here. I was waiting for people to roll up in. Yeah. They put it out there. Yeah. He's they fighting on the same day. So anyway, even if they didn't fight on the same day, people are not paying to see Bud fight a damn tomato can. Bud has consistently fought tomato cans, man. And I had Bud as pound for pound number one. So I am not backtracking off what I said. Bud used to be my pound for pound number one till he pulled his stunt. And in my eyes, he's not pound for pound number one because a pound for pound fighter is going to go after a two-time undisputed, period. You know what I'm saying? And they got to get it clear. Yeah, he ducked clearly. Yep, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis is going to be fighting over there on that card. But the problem is Bomac. Now, Bomac is going to go with Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford is the big guy. But he needs to. But you know what? I don't know because Bud don't really need Bomac for this fight. But I think Keyshawn needs him more. But I think for consistency, Bomac needs to be there with Crawford. That's his main guy. But this is the problem. Now, this ain't a problem. Bud is going to beat that tomato can, so he don't really need Bomac. He don't. You know what I'm saying? He don't really need that. Yeah. Mama's voice said, I'd actually be surprised BLK is even black owned. Now, it ain't a black owned company. It's definitely not a black owned company. They named it BLK. I don't know what it means. It could mean British something, 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 but it's not a black owned company. Yeah. But see, what it is it goes back. What's up, T Wood? Appreciate you rolling up in here, my G. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. We in here getting it done. We in here getting it done. David Gregory, appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see Bernie's video. What did he say? Did he say anything about? Did he mention that? Because I'm gonna tell you what. Unless Bernie and them really talking some real serious shit, man, I'm not taking what they doing for a grain of with a grain of salt, man. Yep. Yep. Clint Eastwood said it's British owned. So it's coming out that it's British owned, right? But that's the bullshit that we're talking about because they leading you on to believe that it's black owned, right? So they go get some black boxers. So then they go get some black YouTube guys, right? So they go get all them guys. So now these guys are teaming up and they're all, man, BLK, this and that. I have no problem with them going to go get a bag, but it's the lies and the bullshit that I have a problem with. You know what I mean? League of Legacy. Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Yeah, BLK and the people attached to it are chirping, don't understand marketing. You can see by their actions that they got fixated on the tip of the iceberg, thinking they saw the whole picture. I gotta hold on, man. I gotta give you something for that. Gotta applaud you for that, man. Because that's straight up what it is, man. They're listen, what they say they have visions of grandeur. Their eyes, they saw money, so they all rushed in. So Karma Serene, appreciate you rolling back up in here. Appreciate it. Vinny Idol, appreciate it. Yo, what's up, show button? I didn't know you was Dreek. Oh, what's up, Dreek? Oh man, what's up, Dreek, man? Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. One thing about it is Dreek or keep it real. So you know what, man? I'm glad that all the people in here, man, they keep it real. And like I said, we can all handle a debate. So that's cool, man. Glad to see that. Yeah. Carmen, you said that they put a black face on it to sell to black folks. Exactly. See, that's the shit that I'm talking about. You see, they rush in, they say, well, okay, we're gonna go get the black fighters, right? Because we're gonna go get them from Top Rank or whatever, because we get in route with some of those guys, right? Because some of the bigger channels are mostly, you know, some of them, not all of them, but some of them are. What I mean by that is like Blue and them, because Blue is quote unquote in partners with them, right? How the hell is Blue in partners with them? I don't see it. Now, more fire rolled up here and said crabs, lobster. Okay. So instead of putting up the emoji, speak your piece, man. We'll let you speak your piece there. If you're trolling, they gonna kick you up out of here, man. We're gonna give you a chance to say what you gotta say. If it's about us, say it. But don't come in here with that other stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta come here and correct, man. Yeah. Say, hey, fam, we can enlighten folks on how the fighter, managers, promoter network shit works. Yeah. Because see, what it is you think about it. If they're a promotional company, how are they in partner with Blue? Now, the only way they're in partner with him is that they paying him to kind of do this thing and do that, right? Now, with that being said, so now Terrence Crawford, and they're saying that Terrence and Broner signed. That's what they said. They said they signed. They signed with him. So now they with that promotional company, right? I don't know if it's a one fight deal or whatever deal, right? It's still all murky. Well, let's say, like we talked about last night, let's say they sign. The damn problem is going to be coming in is when you try to go do it, right? More fire, man. We trying to deal with you. You know what, man? I ain't got to worry about you. You're not great being here long. The people with wrenches great pull you up out of here, man. Because you up here talking about coons and shit. And let me tell you something, motherfucker. You can say all that, all you want, coons. Ain't got nothing to do about damn coons and shit when you sit there talking about that people out here spreading fucking lies. So you gonna come here and say we coons? But guess what? How are we coons? What's up, Adrian? How the hell are we coons when we sitting out here seeking the truth? See, it's people like that. They're the stupid ass people like that that's pushing those falsehoods. Oh, we coons because we say we want the truth. We don't deserve the truth. Man, get real. Get real. ATL unanimous. He said, Blue inspired me to do my channel. Nothing but love. He made a move for him and his family. Respect. Listen, let me say this, man. I'm not here hating on Blue at all. And the only reason why I mention his name is because he played a part in this whole thing. Him going to go get his bag is one thing. The problem, like we've been saying, is when you say Terrence Crawford signed, he signed, and Spence and Al Heyman, they're waiting on them, when you know good and damn well y'all not waiting on Spence and Al Heyman because y'all are putting together something on the back end. Because think about this way. We all respect channels. We take them on their word for it. So when a man says, hey, I saw this dude at this particular store. When I saw him at this particular store, this is what he said. This is what he's waiting on. But you're saying this is what he's waiting on when y'all got the deal and y'all signing. Y'all seem like y'all drawing it out till y'all get the deal in wraps because you're getting free publicity off of PBC. Because everybody's talking about Bud and Spence. So that keeps Bud right front and center. So anytime that you get on YouTube, it trips the algorithms because that's the hottest thing out is Spence and Bud. So when you talk Spence and Bud, you're using them for clout because you know good and damn well Bud ain't trying to do that fight. That's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with him as a man. I don't have a problem with him going to go get his bag. But I got a problem when you put that out there and you hurting people like you're hurting Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis said, I'm not going to go push mine. I'm going to wait to see what Bud and them do. So he's waiting. Keith Thurman them waiting. Everybody is waiting. The sanctioning bodies listen to all of us because it was us saying, don't order the fight with Stanionis. Don't order that fight. Everybody is hitting up the not the WBO, the IBF, the WBC, the WBA. Don't order the fight. Let them fight, right? Yeah. So let them fight. So when you say let them fight, right? Then the sanctioning bodies join in. Nobody is making money. Spence don't have a fight. Spence didn't have a fight by the end of the year because he was waiting on Bud. He had all his eggs in one basket. Everybody did. Nobody was moving on. It was Bud bullshitting because he was putting himself in in a position to make money. That's what we all are talking about. So you got people coming here and saying, oh man, y'all this, y'all that, y'all hating. How the hell are we hating? How the hell are we hating? That's just respect, man. Yeah, Karma. This is the most hype Bud has gotten in his whole career. Nobody talks about Bud. Nobody, because Bud does not do that. Yeah, you said the moves that have been made is effed up, right? But listen what I'm saying. If y'all tell me, hey, Showboat, you wrong about something, man. If it's something that I'm totally wrong about and it ain't opinionated. Now this is it. Pound for pound list is opinionated. I can have my list. You can have your list. I can have my list. It's all opinionated, right? But when you start talking about facts, like let's say Keith Thurman, when he hurt his elbow, he said his hand was messed up. He did not get that fixed. He used that to say he wasn't ready to fight Spence. That is a fact. I can say it's ducked. We all can say that's kind of a more of a opinion, but it's really a strong opinion because Keith ducked him so much. Now Keith is on the outside looking in. So that's the problem that we're talking about. That's the problem, man. That's the problem. LT, appreciate you rolling up in here, man. David Gregory, appreciate you rolling up in here. Since the situation started, I've noticed Bud doesn't have fans. They're just Spence haters. They're celebrating Spence not getting the fight. Yeah, some of them are, man. But then some of them are just like us. Not getting the voice that we want. And some of us got a love for the damn sport, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And like I said, if y'all say that Showboat, you did something wrong and y'all prove me wrong, I will stand up, ATL. I will stand up and I will say, I'm wrong. We all wrong sometime. We all are. We all are wrong sometimes, right? So what we do as men and women, what do we do as real motherfuckers? What we do, we say I was wrong. Hey, I was wrong. And a real person can accept that. I can accept it. If any of them say, hey, man, well, you know what? I was wrong, because if y'all was led to believe that I was pushing a false narrative, which he was, right? Bud, Bud ducked him. If he come out and say that, guess what? We got no problem with that. We got no problem with that. We ain't got no problem with BLK. We ain't got no problem with them either. But y'all coming out, oh, this is a company, this, that. It don't matter. I don't give a damn if the company is owned by black people, white people, or whatever. Man, just hell, we watch Top Rank, we watch The Zone. So it ain't like we go after a company just because they own by a certain ethnicity. We don't give a damn about that, man. I don't give a damn about that. I want to see good damn boxing, and I want to see boxers treated right. And I think we all do. I think we all do, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think we all do. I think we all do. We all deserve it. We all deserve that, man. We all deserve it. Said Tank is currently his own promoter, GT. Yeah, he could keep Al Heyman without Floyd. He could keep it. He could. But this is the problem. This is the problem, T. This is the problem that I think. This is where the problem coming at. If Tank doesn't stay with Floyd, he loses Floyd's guiding him. He loses Floyd helping him out in the gym as much, right? I don't think Floyd is going to be doing all that. You remember when he fought what he fought what's that at 140? He's gonna slip my mind now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He fought what's name at 140. Anyway, when he was fighting, Floyd stood up and said, hey man, you behind on the scorecards. He went and knocked him out, right? Floyd is in his corner, even in there. Barrios, yeah. So he fought Barrios, right? Floyd was in his corner. Floyd keeps that dude out of trouble. You remember when he fought, when he snatched that girl up over at the game they was at? Tank went in there and snatched her up and walked out with her, and Tank went to, I don't know if they took him to jail, but he had a court date on that. They dropped that. That's what I was saying earlier. Floyd got pulled, Al Heyman got pulled. They will keep that dude out of jail. But Tank is a hothead, man. Tank always, oh man, if I got a problem with you, always on some old gangster, I'm gonna shoot you shit. And what Floyd and them, they keep him toned down. And that's the problem with Adrian Broner. Some of these fighters out here, man, some of these fighters, all they know is fight. They can't do the business. They need somebody to chaperone them, basically. Tank is being chaperoned by Floyd. And without Floyd, is he going to self-destruct? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Will he self-destruct after Floyd? Because Floyd ain't going to be out there on at the edge of the seats telling him, this is what you need to do. This is what you do. And out there coaching him from outside the ring. Yeah, listen, Tank, hey, David, Tank, you saying Tank wouldn't be there without Floyd. Listen, Tank is a hell of a fighter, but he works with Floyd, and Floyd has been polishing him up. Floyd has been keeping him out of trouble. Yeah, Tank is the truth. But with all that, does he have what it takes outside the ring? Because what do they say? A true champion is a champion outside the ring. That's one thing that I respected Crawford for, that Crawford wasn't drinking. Floyd don't drink. They kept themselves in shape. Floyd had that. I mean, Floyd had it. Bud had it. And Spence didn't have that back then. Spence would blow up, come down, blow up, come down. Spence would do other little crazy stuff. But Spence has corrected all that. Spence is treating himself like a true champion outside the ring, right? Right? Shit. Hey. So Spence is that. So you got to do that shit outside the ring. And it carries on inside the ring. Broner, you couldn't talk to Broner, right? Broner, you couldn't talk to him. Broner was always going out, partying and doing all that shit, right? And what did Broner do when he came back after he got, Broner had to pay that lady, he owes that lady with $800,000 for grabbing her butt inside the club. So he owes that, right? So Broner owes that money. So when Broner came back, I'm not saying Broner broke. That ain't what I'm saying. But Broner owes that money out. So that hurts, especially with all the money he be spending, throwing stuff up, doing all that, right? So Broner came back and he said PBC, hey man, y'all gotta keep me active, man. Keep me active, man, so I can be out here with one thing. Then he turns right around and talks bad about Floyd. He talks bad about PBC. He talks bad about Steven Espinosa, right? Then after that, hey Floyd, man, come on, big bro. Why don't we go do a exhibition, man? He want to make that bag. He want to stand there with Floyd. Floyd ignored him, right? Because they tired of them damn antics, man. It's like they can only carry you so much. And I'm not talking good about Floyd, because like I said, Floyd he's all about, to me, man. He's all about Floyd outside the ring, man. You know what I mean? They doing stuff. He's all up in their stuff. That's why Adrian said, oh, you don't have to worry about him being all up in your videos and all that. Yeah, we already know what comes with Floyd. But Floyd comes with discipline. He also pushes the fighter that's up under him. Tank wouldn't be where he is if Floyd didn't spend all that damn money he spent on Tank. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tank wouldn't be where he was if he didn't have Floyd out there. So with you leaving, if Tank leaves BLK, Tank probably won't. I don't know where Tank gonna go. I ain't wishing nothing bad on Tank. Hope Tank does well. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't wishing nothing bad on him. Yeah. Tank's my guy too. You know what I mean? Outside, he's crazy. Yeah, he got a court date for leaving the scene of an accident. And the girl, listen, the girl at court, she said, I want him to do some jail time. Now, it's a misdemeanor. It is a misdemeanor. But when you start racking all that stuff up, and if Floyd comes out of it, you don't know if they try to railroad that dude. Because Floyd might say, hey, he on his own, right? He's not with me no more. That means whatever y'all do is what y'all do. With Floyd and Al Haymon them, all they're gonna do is talk to them, say, look, man, we need this guy out. The city is gonna say, yeah, man, we need these guys out because they make so much money. They make millions of dollars. Same way Floyd went to jail for 90 days and didn't do nothing but what did he do? 30? He said, man, I'm in here eating crazy. I can't do this. I'm out of shape. They let Floyd out of jail. Floyd was sentenced to go to jail. They let that dude out. And you telling me Floyd don't have pool? And you gonna leave that? See, when you with them, you getting the money for the split and all that. You get some of that from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a realtor for some. I got my real estate license back in 2000. So I've been a realtor. Let my license go. I make more money outside of real estate than I without having my license with that. So I let it go when we went through the depression in 2010, right? Going through a divorce shit. So I let my license go, right? So, but when I was with a company, like when I was with a company, I was with this company and being an agent up under there, I'm up under their umbrella. So if I ever got sued, they would put their lawyers on there. Their lawyers would go in if you had a typo, if your contract wasn't right, if somebody felt like you misled them, something like that. Anything that went on, if you got sued, the company put their lawyers out there. And that's the way it goes with PBC and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? They don't let you go into those court dates with your own lawyer. I mean, you got your own money, but still, even with your money, lawyers and stuff can be paid off. So PBC allows you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I was a realtor from 2000 all the way up. And then I got into, I acted in some TV stuff, and now I got a video production company. So basically I rent it out for special events, and I also got my own liquor. But what happened was I had to change the name. So I'll tell you guys all about it. But just to show you guys that I'm not lying, I told you guys two things. So I think that if you talk that stuff, you got to show that stuff. So y'all just hold on. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Two things I said, and I'm gonna show you. Just hold on. Y'all hold it there. Okay, y'all guys still with me, man? Everybody still with me? Say yes. All right. So now I'm back. Let me show you guys what's up. So you remember the other day when I told you, I said there was a fighter a long time ago called Big John Tate that was a heavyweight champion, right? And I said he's from my little town, right? And I said that back on the day when I was younger, you know, everybody, that's back when everybody's hitting the block, had pages and all that. I've been through all of that, right? Then been through all that. So ain't nothing to brag about. Everybody done it, right? But so when I was out there on the block, he was out there robbing folk. So he was grabbing people, putting them by the neck, taking stuff out of their pockets. Man, this dude was big as hell. So you imagine when we came out of high school, like I'm about 190 pounds, 6 foot, about 190 pounds. But this dude is like almost 300 freaking pounds, right? Big dude, big dude. I'm talking about his hands and man, I'm telling you, his thumbs and his fingers look like sausages, right? And I told you he was out there robbing people. So he would come through the projects and I wasn't down there in those projects where he was at. I was at some other place, right? But the project and stuff that he was out there was robbing people, right? Now listen, I told you they ganged this big dude and they beat him down and they used brass knuckles to beat this dude down. It was like about 14, 15 of them. Young kids, because we was all like 17, 18. He the heavyweight champion of the world. Big dude, big. Big John Tate was huge. And I told you they used brass knuckles on him. These are the brass knuckles that they used on that cat. I got them because one of the dudes that was out there, long story, I ended up with him, right? And I just had them for own personal use, right? When I had them. Then I just now told you guys I had my own liquor because, you know, from the stuff. This is my liquor. But what happened was, see this? All right. So y'all see that, right? So I started this. I had this liquor that came out, correct? And what happened was, and I'll tell you about all that later because I don't want to keep taking us from boxing, right? But what happened was with that liquor brand, I chose Brown Bag Vodka because my last name is Brown. So I said Brown Bag. So my production company is called Brown Bag Productions, right? So there was a company out of Texas and they own the rights to Brown Bag, but they have it in a beer. And when I did the when I came through and I did my I did the name. I trademarked the name, right? So when I did my trademark, it didn't show up. And so I put it out there. And so what happens is when you come out with this, you have like 3 to 6 months to have it on the market and have it out there on the shelves and that kind of stuff. Well, the way it goes is you got to have a distributor because if you are with a liquor company, which I'm with a liquor company. So being with that liquor company, I had to talk to a distributor, and the distributor has to go take it to the liquor stores because you're not allowed unless you go get a special license, right? And so you have to go get a special license for that to be your own brand ambassador is what it's called. You have to be your own brand ambassador. And so instead of doing that, it's like, man, I don't have time to do all of that. I'm on the radio. I'm working with WJBE. Brown is James Brown. You remember James Brown, the singer? He on the radio station. So they bought those call letters out to be able to use it. So I'm working at WJBE. Plus, I'm doing my own thing at my building, which I rent out for special events. So that's what I go do. I rent that out for special events. And so I started turning to social media to do more of my stuff with my stuff, right? Yeah. What happens is once you put this out, you got to pay. Everybody gets paid. The distributors get paid to take it to the liquor stores. So that's how it runs. I ain't gonna keep boring you guys with it. But right now, what happened is there's a company because you get 6 months to get it out there on the shelf, and you got to go through the distributors. Has got to go put it out. Well, you got to go tell the distributors how you gonna sell it, and it's like a whole lockdown thing. You got to know the right people and do all that, right? So right now, I'm in the middle of changing the name of it. So instead of Brown Bag Vodka, I got to change the name. So I got a name that I'm going with. I'm keeping it secret. And on my other social media, on my YouTube channels and all that, that's where I do all my playing at and doing all my stuff at, you know. And that's why I said my boxing channel is more of a thing that I get on here. We talk shit because I love boxing, man. I love that shit to death. And so that's it. I didn't want you guys to think that I was lying. So I thought I'd show you that because like I said, I was a realtor, and that's how I got my start. Being a realtor, buying houses, fixing houses, and flipping them and that kind of stuff, and teaching people how to get their credit together and showing them and supporting them and all that. So setting all my stuff up on the internet, that's what I do. Kiki Vodka, yeah, okay, cool, cool, cool. I got a homeboy that he does. You guys ever heard Swig? Those little cups. It's like a Yeti Swig. Swig. He invented that, man. It's everywhere. One of my homeboys I grew up with, him and his wife. Well, actually, his wife came up with it, and they do that. But anyway, man, I don't mean to keep boring y'all with that stuff. But yeah, man, back to boxing. Man. Yeah, man. I think that you know, um, Tank has to have people that look out for him. And I think if Tank jumps ship and goes on, I think that's it. Oh, do you, ATL? Okay, okay. Man, that's good. You know what, man? The whole thing is, man, is about being out here doing this stuff and having fun, man. ATL. That's why I like. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And that's why I say, man, it's enough out here for everybody. I'm not gonna hate on nobody. I'm not hating on them other channels. The only reason why is that is because I feel like we all was in a bad situation. Yeah. Oh, so you said you got your first properties in 2008? Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Now let me ask you this. What kind of investor are you? Do you flip houses? Do you rent houses out? You know, which one do you like to get into? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which one you like? Because man, I'm gonna tell y'all guys what, man. The whole thing about the real estate market, man, it's a lot of money to be made. It's a lot of money to lose. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got a 10-unit apartment. Templetown didn't start the process yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Oh, okay. Okay, cool. 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 So you started off wholesaling, got a 10 apartment. Man, that's good. The thing about real estate, man, you just got to have your angle with real estate, right? You got to know what you're getting into. And I tell people, if you go into houses, right, you got to think, oh, you made 50K? Yeah, cool. So if you've been doing it for that time, man, hey, that's the thing. That's what you want. That's what you want. Only thing is that I'm sure they talk to you about taxes and stuff, that you take that first check and you can go put it straight to another property, and it helps you without having to pay so much taxes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It will change the game. It will change the game for you. Yeah. But I tell you what, man, the thing that I did, man, is just I started teaming up with people, man. When money hits, man, people get greedy as hell when money hits, man. People switch up, change up. There's people I partnered up with. There's people that just, man, I'm telling you, man. I had a deal one time. There was a guy, there's a movie called The River. It's an old movie called The River. It's like 280 some acres, right? The company I was working with, I had a cat that came in from I think he came in from Detroit. It was from Detroit. I think it was Detroit. And he came in from Australia, been in Australia. So he came in town. We sat down and we chopped it up over the phone. And he was like, man, I'm gonna come in town. I got me and my people want to buy 250 acres. And I said, okay, cool. So I found him 260, 270, 280 acres. I can't remember what it was. It's been some years back. And it was off the movie The River. So what they did was the movie company went in and they leveled all that stuff out for Hollywood, made it look beautiful. Man, they made that shit look beautiful, man. And this dude came down to go buy that property. And the owner of the company I was working with, he had the guy that had the listing. So the listing was on the market for $2.8 million is what it was. My commission on it was going to be 10%. So it was going to be $280,000. So no, it was 480 acres. That's what it was. I'm sorry. It wasn't 200 acres, it was 480 acres. And it was going to be it was 480 acres, $4.8 million. And when we sold it, it was going to be $240,000 because it was a 10% commission. I was going to walk away with $240,000. And they said, they told me this motherfucker, oh, okay. You holding it down. Okay. But yeah, so it was 280 acres. I mean, it was 480 acres, and I was gonna make 200 something thousand dollars, man. And what happened was right after it was over with, Right after it was over with, the dude said, the guy that owned the company had the listing, and I was gonna be the selling agent. He said, "Oh yeah, man, the owner last night took a for sale by owner with $20,000 down." So if you guys know about real estate, you can do a for sale by owner can say, okay, I'm gonna sell it out to somebody and sell it to them and just take so much down. So basically, it was some bullshit involved to keep me from making the sale because the guy that was gonna do it. So it happens, man. Yeah, he said, get the spammers, bro. Yeah. Appreciate that. See, I told the other dude, you come in here with all that bullshit, man. People ain't, hey, the crew is on it. The crew ain't on them spammers, man. Yeah, I mean, he was a hater. So it comes all the way back to boxing, man. Let's get back on that. It comes back to boxing, man. We not hating on the boxing, man, but we got to really look at for what it is, right? Because at the end of the day, they need all of us to fall in place. And if we all fall in place, that's how they make money, right? So with that, we want a level of respect. We want good fights, and we want them dudes to stop with the bullshit. That's what we upset about, right? That's what we really upset about, is because the bullshit that's involved, right? But if BLK makes a lot of money by letting Terrence Crawford fight a tomato can, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna turn right around and do the shit again. And guess what? None of these fighters are gonna fight. Why would they fight? Bud is at the end of his career, period. I don't care how good he is. You can be the best on the planet. The person you can't beat is Father Time. You remember Floyd was on his way out at 36 years old. He fought Canelo. Then right after that, he had a few more fights, and he was on his way out the door. He got on out of there. So Bud is going to start transitioning out of here. If he's going to fight Spence, he's got to fight Spence now. He's got to fight Spence right now. Then I'm hearing that fight right there is Rocky. Because if BLK is smart, they will pay Bud off and back out of that. They're going to take a major loss. And Top Rank is shooting for that. Top Rank took that 10. Yeah. Yusuf Little said IBF is going to order Spence and Boots. Well, this is the problem. Your problem is, the problem is this. This is the problem. Stanionis was the mandatory for Ugas. When Ugas took the fight with Spence, Stanionis took step aside and he fought on the undercard. So he was like, hey, I get the fight next. Well, guess what? The IBF decided that they weren't going to order the fight because they was going to let Spence and Crawford fight. They make more money on bigger fights. On a bigger payday, they make more money. So, of course, they're going to hold back. And Stanionis is going to get caught up in the politics, right? So he's still at the top of the ranks. They eventually have to fight, but they're not going to let Stanionis push out Terrence Crawford. But now when you bring Boots into the equation, then guess what? Stanionis comes into play. So Stanionis is going to get first priority over Spence than it would be for Stanionis to get it over Boots. So Stanionis is going to fight Spence if Spence doesn't move up. If Spence stays at 147, he's going to have to fight Stanionis first. Unless he just decides, hey, if they order both fights, he decides to take Boots. You know what I mean? But I say he's going to take Stanionis first because that was what they negotiated and that's what they promised Stanionis. That's what they did. So to me, that's going to be the one that's going to go down. Yeah, they are. Yeah. David said Haney and Tank is in the same situation with the WBA consolidating belts. Yeah. And what's crazy is they should have never gave all them damn belts out in the first thing. That's the problem with the sports. They're giving too many damn belts out. And now that the sanctioning bodies are attempting to do right, you got Bud that screwed everybody. They was holding that. Listen. They were going to have November the 19th for Bud. First, it was going to be in October. Then they said it was going to be in November the 19th. Then they were trying to work it out. Everybody was trying to work it out, but the game was played on everybody. See what Bud was doing, the bullshit that Bud was doing was making it seem like he wanted to fight Spence. And what that did was it gave him the clout that he needed. What did she say earlier? She said, Bud has never had this kind of buzz going on. Bud never has. Bud never has had this kind of buzz going on. Now Bud's got this buzz going on. It's only because he's fighting Spence. That's why everybody was out there on him. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what, a lot of this is it. This is it. They were saying that they was reporting that that Ego said that they already had it. Yeah, they already had it, but see, this is the point. What promoters do is they all go take good dates that they want their fighters to do. So they all go take them. You know what I mean? I don't think that they decided to go get a date because of that, but they're going to be fighting on the same day and they're going to put on a damn good card. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put on a damn good card on that day. So the thing is, this is what it comes down to. This is what it comes down to. It's going to be BLK versus Top Rank PBC, unless there's some way that BLK gets into partnership with one of these companies. That could happen. They got a lot of money, but they're gonna have to partner up with somebody. They're not gonna be able to do it all on their own. Said Bud holding the belt hostage. Hell yeah, Bud holding the belt hostage. And what he did was he upped his name and used it as leverage to go get money out of BLK. But it's not gonna do good because nobody's gonna watch Bud fight a tomato can. Everybody's sick of it. Listen, the people that are not Bud fans are sick of it. Bud's fans are sick of it because they're not going to pay that $49 for that. They're not. How many people you think going to really pay the money for that? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to do that? Yeah. He who greets with fire. Yeah, he said, I was going to say that PBC and BLK should link up. Hey, maybe they should. The problem is, you know what? People ain't hating on the companies, but the problem is they saying that BLK is British owned. So if it's British owned, is it with Kinahan them? Who is it really with? Because when you're coming from across seas, that was some stuff. That was some kind of a crazy move right there. You know what I mean? A company from Great Britain comes all the way over here, then gets a few of these fighters and do that, right? If it works out, it's cool. It's cool. Nobody's tripping on that. Just give us good fights. That's all we crying about. Don't move shady. Don't move shady. You know? Hey, he might not be involved in that. He might not. But then again, if Kinahan is on there, he got still people that's in his organization. They all got to make money. They're not making money. And they not, listen, anybody in Kinahan's group and organization in his mob, there's going to be other people that's got to take over if he gets locked up and go to jail. So it's got to be people that look at it, right? So that's how it goes down. So it's got to be some other people pushing it, you know? I don't think that they all went belly up because they need the money. And gangsters don't do that. Look at the mobs here in America. None of them. John Gotti goes to jail. The rest of the mobsters take over and keep on going. It just keeps on splitting and keeps on going. Said if BLK partners with PBC and Tank joins PBC, Tank joins BLK, he's not gonna get a shot. Man, listen, Floyd gonna be hands off. Floyd's gonna be salty. Floyd's gonna be salty. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know this company. They don't know this company. The company's got to prove themselves. You know what I mean? Where people can work with them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Well, but you know what? KTB, this is it. Money over bullshit. So they're not going, if they come up with that money and somehow the partnership would work, I don't know. See, I can't speak on it because I don't know that. You know what I mean? I don't know who and the PBC and BLK. I don't know. But my thing is this, it's not starting off on a good note because BLK went in and did this deal with Crawford, which costs and hurts PBC. So I don't know how that works, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works, man. I really don't. I don't know how that works, but all I know is the truth is gonna damn come out real soon. BLK needs subscribers. PBC has fighters who need dates. Yeah, but this is it. This is it. Hey, they can sign Adrian Broner, but Adrian Broner ain't gonna. What is Adrian Broner gonna do? Nobody's gonna watch him go fight Barrios. And Barrios is a good fighter. He would need somebody like Barrios, but ain't nobody gonna pay a whole lot of money for that. You know what I mean? Because Barrios done been beat twice. He got knocked out by Tank. He got beat by Keith Thurman. So Barrios got to pull his name up a little bit. And that's a fight that a lot of people ain't gonna know. T Word said PBC manages most of the best at 135, 140, 147, and 154. In-house fights could happen. All right. Right. Now, if they team up with BLK, yeah, they could. But I gotta see how this stuff falls out. You know what I mean? Because it's a British company. So, but my thing is, you got Floyd that's doing something with DAZN. How's that gonna work? Drexel Benson, what's good, man? Bud didn't want his first loss. That's why he fighting on BLK against us. And Bud needs to admit he's scared of Spence. Yep. And not against Spence. Yep. You're right about that. Yep. It was scrolling up, so I kind of messed that up. So I'll hit that again. Bud didn't want his first loss. That's why he's not fighting on BLK and he's not fighting against Spence. Yep. That's why he's fighting on her. Because he didn't want to fight Spence. He didn't. He's using saying that money is he got a lot of money on it. He ain't get a lot of money. I gotta see it. I gotta see that they paid that dude $10 million. But if they British owned, they might have that money on the side. They still got to show it. They still got to put it in. And I don't understand why they would pay him that kind of money, why they would pay Broner that kind of money, and they're not going to make that money back. Why would you pay? I mean, I couldn't start a business like that. You know what I mean? I couldn't. Why didn't they go get a partnership? If they're going to partnership with PBC, they should have partnership with PBC off the rip, is what I think. Whoever that, if they are going to partner, they should have partnered off the rip. You know what I mean? Said if it's only about money, PBC and Top Rank would work with each other. It's about respect at this point. Man, at the end of the day, you know, let me tell you, what it really comes down to is who going to control the market of all the belts. Basically, that's what the war is over. PBC, Top Rank, and DAZN, they all battling. And if you notice, they're not letting their champs fight other. Like, DAZN didn't let AJ fight Wilder. They said Wilder had to come sign with them for so many fights to fight AJ. They wouldn't let it happen. And the only reason why they let AJ fight Andy Ruiz is because it was a cherry pick. It was a cherry pick gone wrong. Andy Ruiz knocked out AJ. AJ thought, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to knock him out. AJ bought into his own bullshit. AJ thinks AJ can box, but he doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that power like a Wilder or King Kong Ortiz. He's got some good skills, but his style, the way he fought Andy Ruiz is all wrong. He fought small. AJ doesn't fight like a big, tall fighter. He doesn't use his jab and work off the jab. He could have beat Andy Ruiz so damn easy. All he had to do was jab the little dude. Andy Ruiz is not that big. All he had to do was jab him, let him keep walking to a jab. All he had to do was work that jab, which he's got. He didn't do it. AJ didn't do it. He didn't fight tall. Not with him. He's not good. AJ is not good at fighting smaller fighters. Usyk beat him and Andy Ruiz beat him. He doesn't fight tall. He fights small. That's AJ's problem. But they thought he would win that fight. That's the only reason why DAZN did the fight. Hey, that's going to be a really good fight. Wilder might take Andy right on down through there, man. Might take him down there. But remember when Big Baby Memory failed a drug test, Ruiz was a step-in fight. Exactly. You're right. You are dead right. But that's the only reason why they allowed him to fight. Because he had a short notice. They figured he's a little small guy. He's never fought a big name. They thought AJ would go in there and just knock him out and make a name for himself. And AJ got handled. Hey, AJ got handled, man. How'd you go in there and get embarrassed by that dude, man? How did you? You know what I'm saying? And guess what? King Kong Ortiz would have beat Andy Ruiz if he was a little bit younger. He was just old and tired, man. The age done caught up. He's 42 years old, man. The age caught up to him, man. Yeah. He said AJ's pillow fisted like Haney. Yeah, AJ ain't got that power, man. He can box. He got some good boxing skills, man, but he's missing a lot. He got all these damn muscles that ain't translating. He feel like I put on all these muscles that make me powerful. It don't make you that powerful, man. It's big, bulky muscles, man. It's big, bulky muscles. You want to be lean. You want to be lean. You want to be more compact. You know what I'm saying? You got bodybuilders that's just got all the extra weight on them, the extra stuff. Yeah, he's strong, but it ain't translating. It ain't the same. It is not the same. It don't translate to punching power like that. Yeah. Ortiz, took too many riders' right hands. Yeah, he did. He did. Hey, Wilder knocked him out twice, man. Knocked him out twice. Yeah, and we don't know his real age, man. They say 42. Yeah, that dude could be 45. Who knows, man? He come from another country. He wants that money, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said AJ is risk averse. Yeah. Lacks that dog. Yeah. And any aggressive fighter can clip him. Yeah. Listen. What you said is right. AJ knows it. If you notice, every time they get in, AJ feels a little bit of power. AJ starts running, man. He ran from Andy Ruiz in that second fight. He didn't do nothing. He didn't say, man, let me hit this dude with a jab and catch him with a good right. He pushes his punches a lot. He don't snap them in there. He don't, when you do it, you got to snap that jab. You got to take that jab and snap it. You got to snap it. AJ don't do it. AJ be pushing. He pushes his punches, and that's all wrong. It's all wrong. Yeah. He said Ortiz is a heavyweight Gamboa. He is at this point. He's a gatekeeper at this point. Yeah. I got to agree with you, man. Got to agree with you on that. Ortiz, if he was younger, if the Ortiz that fought Wilder was in there, he would have beat Andy Ruiz. He'd have beat him. Yeah. King Kong would have stopped Andy because Andy wasn't impressive, man. He wasn't impressive, dog. He wasn't impressive at all. He wasn't. And I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you this. Listen, the zone, most companies don't let he said AJ has a sensitive jab. Yeah, hey, he does. He does, man. Hey, shots fired. Hey, that dude got a sensitive jab, man. He does, man. Y'all cutting up, dude. Yeah, he does, man. Hey, his style is all wrong, dude. Style is all wrong for that, man. His style is all wrong for that shit, man. Yeah, but like I said, man, they gonna keep trying to control the belts, man. Ain't nobody gonna let them belts get out, man. Ain't nobody gonna let it out. Yeah, show been liking the content. You've been telling it live. It is so salute to you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you joining in with us, man. Make sure you stay with us, man. We're coming on weeknights, you know what I mean? And we all gonna keep on in here, man. Because it's good to have some people in there straight up that ain't out here just kissing butt. Because the thing that a lot of people in here said, man, we all about boxing. We got fighters that we do like, but the boxing comes before the fighter. And when you got people that's out here saying that Terrence Crawford is straight up, you know, he's a straight up number one. He can't be in my book. I don't have him no longer as my number one when he walked away from this Spence fight. He definitely a duck Bud. He duck Bud. AJ, he said AJ needs in my cowardly lion voice carriage. Hey, he does, man. He does. Hey, he does. And that's why he don't want to fight Wilder. He don't want to fight Wilder, dude. He don't. And that layoff, all that time did Wilder good. And that knockout did Wilder good because that way he knows he still got that power. Because in his mind, the way that fight went with Tyson Fury, it was a little, you know what I mean? That kind of get to you a little bit, even though Tyson Fury cheated. He cheated, man. He cheated. Period. You know what I mean? And then what's crazy is they was trying to get Wilder to go fight Dillian White. Man, don't fight Dillian White. Dillian White needs to be kicked out of the damn sport. They need to kick Dillian White. Definitely, he should have been out of the sport. Conor Benn right now, hey, man, hey, they need to do something about that. I know they're supposed to be testing that B sample, because the B sample and A sample was taken at the same time, right? So the B sample was supposed to be be tested. So they need to test that and see what's going on. But what's crazy is that they knew this dude cheated before, you know what I mean? They knew he cheated weeks before that. They already knew that. Eddie Hearn them already do that, man. But you know, when it comes to that money, they switch up. Eddie Hearn switched up with Canelo. He said, you know, he would see Canelo as being a cheat, but then he got with Canelo. You know what I mean? And so that comes with the territory, man. That's understandable. But like we were saying, my whole point with saying all that is that BLK gotta have champions. They have to have champions to survive. They have to. So they got to team up with somebody. If they don't team up with another company, but let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you this. I know you guys saying that y'all thinking BLK is going to team up with like PBC or any other promotional company, right? But let me ask you this. What would it be to one of these other promotional companies? What do they have to gain with getting with with BLK Prime? What do they have to gain by that? What would PBC have to gain with teaming up with BLK Prime or Top Rank or Golden Boy for that fact? Because they already got promotional company. They already got think about it. They already with Fox. They can work business with Fox. They can work business with Showtime. Golden Boy can already do what he needs to do. Top Rank already got ESPN. The Zone already got their platform and stuff. So what would any of them benefit by helping BLK out? That's what we got to ask. That's what we got to ask ourselves. That's what we got to start. That's what we got to start. We got to start at. ATL, you said you got steroid injections in the elbow. You said you've gotten steroid injections before? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I knew some cats that used to do steroids, but I don't know how all that works. You know what I mean? I know someone was doing it and taking shots in their butt and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. But that's what we got to ask them. Does the app shit help fighters make more money without the big network fees? I don't see. This is the thing, Hollywood. This is the thing that I'm wondering is that you come on, BLK comes on, and they're going to do the same thing that the Zone does, and the Zone is having a hard time with it. And the Zone had Canelo on there. They had a lot of good top fights, AJ, Canelo. So they've had some really good fights, right? And they're struggling. They're hurting. They're not making a lot of money off of that. They losing money with Canelo. They losing a little bit of money. They really are. So how is it going to be another company that's going to start up, going to get Bud? Bud is not a big seller. He might be number one pound for pound, but he doesn't sell. Adrian Broner sells better than Bud. Tank sells better than Bud. Wilder, Spence, Canelo, everybody sells better than Bud, right? So they go get Bud. So how does that help kick off their company? Bud does not sell a lot of pay-per-views. Bud don't sell a lot of pay-per-views. He don't. So my point is, with them coming in, he said the difference is that BLK is supposed to be different. The difference is BLK is supposed to be a black-centric media platform. This is the problem. BLK is not black-owned. It's owned by British people. Not unless they black. I don't know if they black or not, but they British people. But in the scheme of things, what it really comes down to is that it really doesn't matter what company you are. It doesn't matter because it's like it doesn't really matter what ethnicity you are because you got to go get the top fighters. That's the only thing. Because to be honest, Mexicans buy a lot of fights. You know what I mean? Mikey Garcia sold a lot of stuff. That's why Spence fought him. You know what I mean? Mexicans back Spence a lot more than they don't back Bud like that, right? So the thing about it is that they could have went and got Mexicans, you know what I mean? So, but the point is they went and got Bud. They got Bud for a reason. They got Bud because Bud and Spence is in talks, right? And it helped elevate Bud because Bud's got one of the bigger names that's being talked about. So they swooped right in and got him. Hold on. Let me see what he said. Said we just learned that the reason Tyson Fury says he is retiring after every fight is because by doing so it stops all the drug testing. It could. Tyson Fury is a cheat. Tyson Fury is a drug cheat. And that ain't something that's debatable. Oh, okay. Said because they all ready to sign right now. Crawford was available to sign right now, and Broner was too. Right. Okay, I got it. But when you sign those two cats, are they worth $10 million a piece? I know Adrian Broner supposed to go do 3 fights in a year or 4 fights in a year. Adrian Broner can't do that many fights in a year. His body can't. I don't think at Adrian's layoff time, all this layoff he done took, if he'll be able to perform all of that. And is it contingent upon him fighting all those fights to get to $10 million? Did they just break it down and say, okay, you're going to get $10 million, but you're going to do 4 fights? So what is that, 2.3? Is that $2.3 million they paying him per fight? And who is he going to fight? Who are they going to line up for him to fight that's going to make that money back? I don't know. Said the only people that's going to run over there is the people that don't have a home. Button didn't have a choice. Nobody else wanted him. And AB was in Al's shit list. Yeah, he was on Al's shit list. This is the problem. They tired of AB's antics, man. They set you up a fight. They promoted that fight. You backed out of that fight. Adrian Broner backed out of that fight. They lost money on Adrian Broner. They lost money on him. And he wants to talk shit about him. I told you, man, they had a strange relationship anyway. But Adrian Broner would sell. Adrian Broner used to sell pretty good pay-per-views. You know what I mean? And Adrian can fight. But the problem is his out of the ring antics has caught up with him. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Will Peebles, good evening. I'm doing better this evening, man. Glad you're doing better, man. Glad you're doing better. I didn't want to bring it up tonight because I didn't know if it's something you want to talk about or something you didn't want to talk about, man. Sometimes when people have health stuff, or surgery and stuff like that, sometimes they funny about that. So it wasn't because we weren't concerned, my man. It wasn't because we weren't concerned, man. Karma said, why offer AB a deal like that considering what he did just a couple of weeks ago with his last fight? That's my point. That's my point with that. You guys, they're jumping on fighters because at the end of the day, let's say this. Okay, guys, let's say this. Let's say that Bud fights David, right? And he wins. And it's a successful pay-per-view. Who's Bud gonna fight after that? Who are they gonna have Bud fight after that? What's going to be Bud's next step? Because he's not fighting Spence. Bud is just lying. He had a chance to fight Spence and he ran, right? He didn't want to fight Spence. He ducked Spence. So why would you negotiate with Bud again? Unless Bud go ahead and just come straight off and say, okay, I got this contract after December the 10th. As soon as he does, hey, I'm signing exactly. And Spence accepts it because the offer might not be on the table after that because Spence got to go do that mandatory. So we don't know what's going to happen on that. Oh, okay. Yeah. T-word. Yeah. As that. Yeah. Hey, that's a good one. He said because Broner was brought in for marketing. That makes sense. And y'all remember when I said that maybe they paying Terrence $10 million for marketing? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because they know they're going to take a loss, but this is a way to get the name out there. I don't know. Said Adrian looked a little Broner looked a little pregnant. Yeah, man. Broner be partying, man. Broner goes and gets out of shape, and that's not good every time. That's not good. Okay. We got the phone line coming in. Hold on.
ATL Unanimous Spot Support.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Hey, ATL. Hold 1 second, man. I didn't have you tune in. Just hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, hold 1 second. Let me get you on in because let me get you right on in here, man. because I didn't have it. I said people to call in, and I didn't have it. Hold on. Didn't have you tune in. Okay, can you hear us? Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, you online. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sound on off, my brother.
Man, the only problem that I had with AB, man, the last couple of fights that I done seen AB, is he need to let his hands go, man. Let your motherfucking hands go, AB. If you can hear me out there, AB, let your motherfucking hands go, bro. You got the defense. You got everything else, man. Let your motherfucking hands go, AB. That's all we want to see.
Yeah.
We want to see you back in the ring. We want to see you back on top. We want to see you flash. We want to see you do all that shit. But in order for you to do that, in my eyes, AB, let your motherfucking hands go, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you think the reason why he ain't letting his hands go, because somebody brought up in the chat yesterday, said that after that Madonna fight, the way Madonna hit him, he's been gun shy ever since. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think that, man.
What do you think it is?
You know, since that, that was kind of a learning lesson for him. But still, at the end of the day, I know I'm not the only one saying he need to let his motherfucking hands go like he used to, and that's it.
Right.
That's
it. Right. You got a point there. I think, you know what I think? I think Brett Broner is better suited for 140. I think the guys at 147 might be a little too much for Broner. And that might be why he a little gun shy.
Man, look, if he start letting them guns go again, he can knock anybody out, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. He that nigga, bro.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If he let them hands go like he used to, he's that guy, man. And he can get back up there, man. He can surprise a lot of people.
Right.
But if he don't, we done seen that. We done watched that. We don't want to see that shit. Straight up.
Hey, you ain't never lied, man. You ain't never lied.
Straight up. I appreciate you, man, for letting me on, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. But yeah, I had to say that.
Man, appreciate you calling in, man. Glad you showed me that my thing wasn't even hooked up in here, man. But appreciate you, man.
Already, fam.
All right, salute, man.
Same.
Yeah, man. I'm glad he called in, man. Yeah, the phone line's open. Anybody want to call in and sound off, man? You definitely can. You're welcome. We got it hooked up in there. Yeah. Yeah, man. But the crazy thing is, man, he's right. AB needs to let his hands go. Everybody said that. You know what's funny? AB is a likable guy, to be honest. And he sells fights. He really does. And like T Word said, hey, they brought him in for marketing. He's good for that. He's good for that. So the money that they spending out on these dudes just for that. But where do they go from there after they've used these guys for advertisement? Because Crawford ain't gonna fight nobody, man. Crawford ain't gonna fight nobody, man. Crawford has proven to me he don't want that Spence fight. How you walk away from two-time undisputed, and you could have been the first one in history to do it? Or how would you walk away and take a chance at that not happening again? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Why would you do that? Any real pound for pound dude, Roy Jones Jr. wouldn't have walked away from that. I can't name one person that would have walked away from that is big time. Jamel Charlo didn't walk away from it. Devin Haney didn't walk away from it. Devin Haney flew across seas to go get that. Clarissa Shields didn't run away from that. Clarissa Shields laced up her boots and went to war, man. And you telling me Bud can't do that? And you telling me that they're going to pay Bud this money and Bud is going to make this company come up, make money? Ain't going to happen, man. Because Bud ain't going to do what it takes, man. Bud might, hey, maybe Bud is cashing out before he get out. Maybe Bud's like, man, look, why take a chance? And with that, I can just keep on fighting who I fight, and I can get the hell up out of here. I can collect my money and get the hell up out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just don't have faith in Bud after this, man. I don't. I used to have faith in Bud, man, but I don't have it no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't have it no more, man. Bud, to me, man, Bud gotta come out here and prove himself back to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Yeah, Bud versus Broner versus T.O. will be real, but it's got to happen at 140. It's got to happen at 140. But I think Broner, I think Broner, if like ATL said, if Broner let his hands go, he'll beat T.O. He'll beat T.O., man. Because to be honest, the way T.O. fought Loma and the way T.O. went down there and fought Kambosos, he can't beat Broner. Not the old Broner, he can't. He can't. LT said he thought about that truth with that eye. Yeah. Hey, Bud was like, nah, man. Nah. That dude ain't hit me in the eye, man. It ain't happening. Ain't happening. I'd rather go fight somebody in the mall. Yeah. Oh, said you heard Maul is done. Maul supposed to have a fight coming up. Jamel got a fight coming up, and Jamal supposed to have a fight coming up. Has it been finalized? I don't know. I'll check it out. I'll do my research on that one before I speak on that one. I don't know. But them guys, listen. But you know what? David Benavidez, he's after Canelo. He said he wants all the smoke. He'll fight Jamel. I mean, he's fought Jamal. He'll fight Plant. He'll fight and he'll fight Boo Boo. And Boo Boo supposed to have a fight coming up too. Boo Boo supposed to be fighting. He said that he got a real good announcement coming up too. A lot of these dudes are. So I don't know what's going on. But you know what's funny? PBC didn't announce a whole lot of stuff. This whole last part, they was waiting on this Spence and Crawford. Everything was hinging on that, and they wanted to give them the best prime opportunity. It messed up the whole PBC because that was the biggest fight in boxing. And Bud was nanny boo boo on him. Yeah, but yeah, Maul's legal issues is done. His cousin dropped all charges. All them charges is dropped. So all that's behind. Yeah, he did have some kind of back thing, but I don't know if it was enough to stop his next fights. But he's supposed to have something coming on. And Mel is fighting Costa Zoo's son. Was it Tim Zoo? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Man, listen. Bud can. That dude can't handle Bud. That dude can't handle Bud. Bud just took this. Man, Bud just didn't want to fight Spence. He didn't want to fight Spence. Either that, he wanted to go in there because he had a little bit of a layoff and run. You know what I mean? Try to get something. I don't know what Bud angle was about that. I don't know if Bud was like, Bud holding that belt hostage. He really is. And he's trying to rub it in everybody's face. Bud feels good to be finally everybody's calling Bud and everybody talking about Bud. AB versus Blair the Flair. Yeah. Hey, that might be a good one because guess what? Blair the Flair, he's wild. He gonna let them hands go. And guess what? That's a good one. Blair the Flair versus AB. That would be a good one, man. That'd be a good. Now AB can take Blair out if it's the OAB, but AB gotta let them hands go. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be a reason for AB to let his hands go. So that might be a fight he needs to get back in order. That might be it. Yeah. That might be it. I'd love to see that happen. I'd love to see that fight go down, man. I would love to see that fight go down. Could y'all imagine Blair the Flair and Bud? And AB? I watch it. Hey, listen, I definitely watch that fight. I watch it. Yep. Now, listen, y'all made a good suggestion right there. Y'all made a really good suggestion right there, man. Y'all did. Blair the Flair and Broner, two shit talkers fighting. Now, the thing about it is, y'all saying about Rolly impressed me. He boxed a little bit more with Tank, but I knew he was going out. He was wild. He's naive. He don't have a lot. He's not really seasoned. He wasn't ready for that. Right? He wasn't ready for that. But Blair the Flair ain't really ready for that. But Blair is bigger. Blair is bigger than Rolly. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bigger than Rolly. And Blair is gonna bring it. And so it's gonna be more weight advantage for Blair than it would be for Rolly, because Rolly's big. Adrian's a little bit smaller, but Adrian got to let them hands go to survive that fight. And Adrian, he needs his confidence back, man. I think somewhere in there, he's lacking a little bit of confidence. That's what I'm thinking. You said you think Blair would blaze Broner? I would love to see that fight, man. God, hey, that's a hell of a suggestion, man. I want to see that fight. I want to see that fight, man. Yeah, oh, yeah. Tank set him up. Cause listen, Rolly hadn't had that many fights, man. Rolly haven't. Rolly just knew how to talk shit and had some power. Rolly got power. Yeah, but I would like to see that. Let's see that. Yeah, I like to see that. Broner versus Thurman sells out. Rolly versus Blair would be good, or Broner versus Thurman. I don't know, man. Because Thurman, man, I can't take nothing away from Thurman. Thurman can box, dog. Thurman can box. And that last bout right there, he showed some skills. He got his hand fixed. I want to see what that goes down. And Broner ain't gonna take it to Thurman's body. Broner can't beat Thurman. But that Rolly versus Blair would be good. That'd be a good one too. That'd be a good one. Two wild dudes in a swinging. It wouldn't be a good technical match, but it'd be just two dudes in there trying to knock each other out. It'd be more tough man contest, but it'd be good. It'd be good to watch. Hey, KTB said the undercard gonna have two cats fighting over a hot dog. Hey, BLK's undercard, yeah. I don't know who they gonna have, but I like to see it. Yeah. Thurman needs a real listen. This is my thing. I know Spence is freezing Thurman out. I get it, but I want to see them two dudes fight. It'd be good for the sport. But I think with Thurman, Special Olympics, with Thurman bullshitting so much and Thurman playing all them games, I think that it should be put down there that Thurman should have to fight Jerron Ennis. I think Thurman beats Ortiz. I think he beats Ortiz, man. He does. But I think he should have to go through, for Spence to fight Thurman, I think he should have to fight Bouts. Because that way, because neither one of them got a belt. Spence can't fight everybody. He can't fight Spaniosis, Bud, all of them. He can't fight everybody. I mean, you just can't fight everybody. Spence fought some top dogs. I think Spence should fight where he was supposed to fight Bud. I think he should have fought Bud, and I think he should have fought Bouts before he moved up to 154. Just because Bouts is such a good fighter, he's a dynamic fighter, I think he should have. But if he didn't, and he moved up and didn't fight Bouts, I wasn't going to say it was a duck, because Spence already said he wanted to win those two belts and get the hell out of there, right? But I think if Thurman wants to get in there and try to get in there before Spence moves up, I think Thurman should have to go through Bouts. I think he should. Yeah, Thurman versus Ugas would be a good fight. I think Thurman, it would be. But I think Thurman's got some skills, man. He really does. And Thurman can hit. He's got some skills. But the thing about Thurman, what they said about Thurman, Sean Porter said it best. What happens is Thurman gets ahead on the scorecards, and once he get on the scorecards, it's like catch me if you can, because he gonna dance around the ring and let you walk in the punches, and he's gonna do that. Thurman's a good ring. Thurman got real ring. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, Thurman got real ring generalship. Yeah, so he controls the ring real good. He does. And Thurman will go in there and fight it out. I actually think Thurman did good against Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao caught him with that body shot was the deciding factor of that fight. But when Thurman got knocked down, Thurman was going back. And to me, when I looked at that, and I meant to try to go get that fight and screenshot it, it looks like Thurman's like Pacquiao was on his toe or something happened with their feet a little bit. That's what it kind of looks like to me as he threw that shot, as Thurman was backing up. But it counts as a knockdown. Hold on. This shit's scrolling like a mom. Hold on. Oh yeah. Keith weak to the body. Yeah, but I like to see it. Because Keith, you remember when they asked Keith after that fight, Keith was like, yeah, man, my body, it don't like it. They asked him about it, right? But he said, we trying to strengthen up and work on it. So Keith been quiet, and I think he been up there training at Big Bear and been going through some stuff. So I think Keith might be trying to do what he got to do for strengthen that up a little bit. I don't think that's something you can fix overnight, and everybody knows that's his weakness, and they're going to tag him in the body. But I can say everybody that's hit Thurman. Oh, that's the same thing I said. Said Pacquiao stepped on Thurman's foot. Yeah. But I think that everybody knows Thurman's weak to the body. Thurman done been hit to the body, but Thurman done ran and got out of there. So if it hasn't dropped him and hurt him and knocked him out, hey, we still got to give him a benefit of the doubt. Because not only do you got to catch Thurman, you got to put him down and you got to knock him out. He's never been stopped. He's good at that. So I think right now it's time for Thurman to get another fight. Thurman really should go fight Ortiz and then use that to go fight Boots. That's what I think Thurman do. But I think Thurman's looking like, I'm going here. I want to have a good shot out, bang out with somebody with a belt, get paid and have a chance to get the belt back. That's what he's shooting for. Yeah, Ortiz ain't that big. And Ortiz can punch, but I don't know if he's got a really good body attack. You know what I'm saying? Ortiz can punch, but so can Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez can punch too. And you saw what Keith Thurman did with that. I think it'll be another Josecito Lopez part 2 is what it'll be with Thurman and Ortiz. So I give Thurman to beat Ortiz. Thurman is smart, man. Thurman is a really good fighter, man. He really is. And he's got something to prove now. So I don't think that. But I'd love to see him with Jerron. I think Jerron is just too damn big. And Jerron is skillful. I want to see what Jerron will do with somebody like Keith Thurman. Somebody that's seasoned, a seasoned vet. That's what I want to see Jerron up against. Now, once Jerron gets a couple more championship fights and stuff, then he's going to be the seasoned vet. So I think right now, if anybody's going to beat Jerron, they need to fight him now. Bud need to fight him now. Spence need to fight him now, or it's going to be problems. It's going to be some problems. Yeah, I agree with that, T. Yeah, all the top 154-pound welterweights, they could go up. Yeah, they could go up. They could go up. Yeah, hey, y'all hold on one quick second. Y'all hold this for one quick. All right, guys, I'm back. Here we go. I'm back. Yeah. It said Boots versus a vet who knows how to not get KO'd and survive. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Because the thing about it is people keep walking into them shots, and Crawford, Spence, and Keith Thurman ain't walking into them shots like that. They not. And if they do, they all them been hit pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Now it'll tell the tale once he gets in there with one of those guys. But I gotta see it, man. I gotta see that go down. But see, that's the problem. That's what we all so upset about. Because this whole stunt right here held up all divisions, and we lost 7 months of being able to see these fights come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? It's like if Bud had fought Spence, the winner of that, they would have fought again. Then guess what? Boots would have known what he was getting. Keith Thurman would have known what he needs to get, and them two would have been like, "Hey, let's duke it out because I need that spot." And guess what? Boots would have took it because he needs Keith Thurman's name. So it would have been a perfect fight. It would have been a perfect scenario. So that's why everybody's upset about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boots make mistakes. Boots makes some mistakes, man. He does. Now, what it is them other guys can't, because Boots, like I said, that it's the same shot that keeps catching them guys. He'll hit them with one shot, they'll bend down, he'll catch them right there towards the back side of the head, and he puts them out. Boots can hit. Boots can fight, man. Yeah. See, that's why the Crawford thing was so crucial, man. It was so crucial to the sport. And he did his own fans wrong. Because let me tell you this, the fans that like Bud wanted to see Bud do good and see Bud win. They wanted to see that, right? So he robbed his fans because his fans don't only just love Bud too. They like a lot of fans like a lot of different people. You get some people that's just so into one person, but for the most part, there's people that like the sport. You know what I'm saying? But the casuals, a lot of casuals don't even know who Bud is. Now they kind of know because they know about Spence. They know about all this stuff going on. You got people like Allen Iverson talking about the fight, what's coming on. You got all these celebrities talking about the fight coming on. Everybody in combat sports was talking about that fight. All eyes was on that. Bud lost respect from a lot of people, man. UFC fighters lost respect for Bud. Everybody lost respect. And you know what? That's probably why we ain't hearing from Roy Jones. We ain't hearing from Bernard Hopkins. We ain't hearing from a lot of those people because those people was at the Hall of Fame with Bud. They was talking to Bud. You know what I'm saying? They all was kicking it with Bud, right? So they don't want to go back and say something bad about Bud because they all picked Bud to win. So they all got pie in their face because of what the hell Bud did, right? They all got it. And if y'all notice this, Bud has never been in public like he's been in public. Like Carmen said, he was at where he was at. He was everywhere. He's smiling. He's at the Hall of Fame. He's at all this other stuff. He's giving this and yeah. And what did he say at the Hall of Fame when they asked him? They asked Bud, they asked him about the fight. He said, yeah, that fight can happen down the road. Well, it can happen. He was already in his head saying that back at the Hall of Fame. He was saying that fight can happen down the road. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see, man. Stuff's rolling up. Hold on. Yeah, ATL said, I love the sport straight up. Yeah, we all do, man. They said Crawford fans celebrating him not fighting Spence. They're happy he's getting 10 million like he's going to share it with him. Right. And then the thing about it is they don't know that he's getting 10 million. You know what I mean? Crawford said he signed, was waiting on Spence. Then he said he got 10 million. Then I heard it was 8. Then it's back to 10. So they don't know. They don't know. They just, what it is Crawford fans really didn't, what they thought was, this is what they thought. They believe Crawford. Let me tell you what they believed about Crawford. You're going to say I'm right. Crawford kept pushing the narrative that Spence did not want to fight him. Bo Mack said it. His whole team kept saying, man, he's dodging Spence. Spence is dodging Bud. He's dodging Bud. He wants to fight everybody but Bud. That's what they kept holding on to, right? Spence won that last belt. And when Spence got in that ring, he said, y'all know who I want to fight. I want to fight Crawford. I want to fight Crawford. I'm going to go over there and take his shit too, right? Everybody changed. When Spence said that shit, they knew it was real. And everybody changed up. Everybody switched up. So they knew Spence wasn't bullshit at that point. So what happened? Crawford said, hey, I'm going to go do this. And they cool with that because they don't think Crawford going to beat Spence. I think a lot of Buzz fans don't think Crawford going to beat Spence because they would be sitting there saying Crawford needs to fight him. They would be saying that. They would be saying that, man. They really would be. Yeah. Hey, after he saw Ugas' eye, he like, nah, bro, nah. Hey, man. Hey, Bud, like, nah, man. I'm not letting that dude pop me in the eye like that. Oh, yeah. After Bo Mack said that about Spence, it got personal. It's personal with Spence. Spence said, I'm stopping Bud. He didn't say I'm going to beat Bud. He said, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take Bud's shit too. How many people have you heard call Bud out like that? Porter didn't call out Bud like that. Nobody called Bud out like that. Nobody. Spence said, I'm going to go over there and take his shit too. Everybody know who I want. He said, I'm standing on it. He stood on it. And guess what? His people ran. His damn people ran, man. His people ran, bruh. His people ran. Hey, his people ran with him. Bud ran and his people ran. Everybody ran. Hey, listen. They get Earl riled up by everybody talking about that Bud gonna beat him up. And like you said, call him a drunk, call him all that personal stuff. Because you know what? Oh, if Earl ducked like AB Sean, but yeah, if they said all that stuff about Earl made it personal, man, you don't make that stuff personal, man. Now Bud fighting Little Caesars. Yeah. Bud went and got that. And they asked Jerron that, and they like, man, they don't know why he didn't go fight Jerron. He skipped all those people to go to number 6. Why did he do that? And they said it was last minute. That wasn't last minute. That was not last minute. When they talked to David, listen, there was no way they got David to agree to that and Bud to agree to that in 2 weeks' time, in less than a week. Because you remember they said that they talked about it. He signed. He didn't know to about that day or whatever else. So it wasn't that. It's bullshit, because how do you go get a venue? You go get all of that. That shit was planned. They gave Bud an escape route. He took it. He said, Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt. That's what he said. Exactly what he said. And guess what? He did. He came for it. And what did Bud do? That door that Spence, the Grand Reaper, was locking at, Bud took the whole damn door down. The door. Spud, you know what Spence need to do? Spence need to make another one of those shirts and take that door down with Bud and show where it's done been boarded up and got locks and all that stuff on it. That's what Spence need to do, is sell them shirts. I'll buy that damn shirt. That shirt I'll buy. You know what I mean? I'll see that. Are you AAR? Are you saying which fight? I missed it. Which fight are you talking about? Are you talking about the Bud and David fight? Or are you talking about somebody with Jerron Ennis? Which one are you talking about? Yeah, Marquise. Of course it does. But they're going to play on our intelligence and call us stupid and then get mad when we say something about it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Okay. He said, Showboat. Why do you think Crawford hasn't had a press conference yet? Because Crawford don't care. And they haven't done it. My thing is this: I don't know if it was a publicity stunt or something else is going on behind closed doors. I don't know, man. I'm kind of lost with this because Bud ain't pushing it. I haven't seen it on none of Bud's stuff yet. Haven't seen it. All right, T-Ward. Yeah, we signing off too. I'm signing off too. I'm right here at you too, man. Yeah, I'm signing off too. Yeah. We've been at it tonight. We done pretty good tonight, guys. How about tomorrow night, 10 p.m. You guys be there. We'll chop it up then, man. So you make sure all you guys have a good night too. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that to everybody because I know we done wore everybody out tonight. Man, it's been good, man. Yeah, that shit is weird, man. That shit is definitely weird, man. That shit is weird. Says Spence Crawford 50-50 match. Oh yeah, in the fight it is. I think it's 51-49. The reason why I say it's 51-49 is because I think Spence a little bit bigger, Spence a little bit more. Now it seems like Spence is more confident because Bud don't seem as confident because now Bud telling me I want to stay busy fight. I kind of want a tune-up fight. You've been holding it up all the time. Either you got doubts or what is it? I just think that somewhere in here there's a disconnect in here. You know what I mean? I think Spence gonna have to fight Staniosis. Because the reason why he's going to fight Staniosis is because Staniosis took step aside money or took step aside to let him fight Ugas. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, LT. Yeah, make sure you roll up in here, man. Yeah. He said 67-33. All right, man. All right, people. We're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate all you guys coming in. Appreciate everybody rocking. Everybody here just having fun, man. So tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to get on it. We're going to see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully tomorrow brings something good in boxing, man. Hey, you guys stay up. I'm out. Peace.